saw Bean and the Pagulas and all them, and it feels good to be back.
Was there ever contention between you and the organization between then and now, or really was it just more about personal and NFLPA stuff?
No, I mean, a lot of it was just timing for the team and letting them just figure out exactly how they wanted to handle it all, and I was fine with it, and I told them I won't be sensitive about it. Now, it became a delayed process, which kind of stunk, but it all worked out.
Eric, what exactly happened that day, though? Because you would have thought that would have been figured out before they actually spotted you out to the stage. So, what kind of happened that day?
I think we've talked about it before, but that was going to be an injury announcement, and then when it got leaked beforehand, it kind of just complicated everything, and it turned into what ultimately became a retirement deal, which it wasn't going to be. It was going to be an injury announcement, but it's all good.
You didn't get a chance really to say stuff to the fans that day. Is there any message that you'd like to convey at this point?
Not right now. Probably at some point. We'll do something, but not.
So are you retired officially?
I guess I am now. We signed the dotted line the other day, but yeah, and at some point I'm sure we'll do something more official. But
how you feeling?
Feel great. Yeah, I feel good. Down a few pounds, and body feels good. Can't play ball, which stinks, and I miss it. And there's a lot of times this spring where I've seen pictures posted, and you think like that's my team, but it's all good.
What's next for Eric Wood?
I'm not sure yet. I've been a full-time dad a lot this offseason, and I know I'm not a stay-at-home dad, but we'll see.
Eric, we know how close you are with Richie. We've been seeing so much from afar. Can you give us a little bit of what your conversations have been like with him?
He's going through a tough time right now. I think that's pretty obvious, but we're praying for him, and I know he'll come out of this. Good man.
Anytime you think maybe you might want to get back in the game on the coaching level or football operations or anything?
Potentially. And coaching's a lot of hours, and I don't know that that's in my future, but we'll see.
What about media?
Media would be great, and that's something that now that the contract stuff's behind me, that I might look to pursue a little bit.
I like how you refer to this to the off season.
I know, it's so funny. I find myself referring to it as the off season, and we're making travel plans that aren't slotted for just the 5 weeks off in the summer, and it's different for sure.
What will your relationship be with the team going forward as far as a fan, watching games, coming to games, things like that?
Well, like I told them from the start this offseason, I'm a Bills fan. I mean, I'm willing to do anything I can to help the team. I don't know if I'll have any role or not. We haven't officially had those discussions yet, but we'll see.
Eric, obviously that day was kind of crazy, but I don't think we've really talked to you about your feelings when you heard the news. We really haven't gotten your reaction to your career ending so abruptly. Can you just kind of share what that was like back in whatever it was, January, whatever it was?
It was shocking, and I found out, I literally got the call from Dr. Cappuccino when I was in the delivery room with my wife, and so it was and then my son was born an hour later, so it was a very emotional few days, but I'm a fairly optimistic guy. I'm a what's next guy. So at that point, it just became, okay, well, where do we go from here?
So it wasn't like a week or two of just, devastation, or you kind of bounced back pretty quick from it, or what was
No, and then when you get the news, you obviously say, okay, well, we'll get some more opinions, and I'm sure somebody can, make it right, but ultimately there was no scenario for return play.
I know that you follow the Bengals pretty closely, and I think you probably have a relationship with AJ. What do you think about his fit with the Bills going forward?
I've heard great things. I've heard he's got great leadership qualities, which is good. With me and Richie being gone, they're going to need some leaders to step up, and I've heard good things. But what Roy's been doing this offseason leadership-wise, so I think AJ will do a good job. I think they got 3 quality quarterbacks. Got to spend a little time with Josh Allen again yesterday. Really excited about his future. One of the things I will miss is kind of like pouring into young guys like him, and I'll still try and keep a relationship, help him out any way I can. you know, he was talking to me about places where he's going to live, and that kind of stuff's fun. But I'll miss kind of pouring into young guys like that because that was something I was truly passionate about.
Sorry. Have you seen any of him on film? Have you watched him
A little bit from tweets of videos and stuff, and saw he threw an interception in a 2-minute drill the other day, and I'm like, man, how crazy is it that like it becomes news like when you throw in OTAs you throw a pick in a 2-minute drill, like in a drill that was probably set up for, you know, hey, you got 50 seconds left and you're starting on your -20, and then it becomes a big deal when you throw a pick. But then on the next possession he gets them down to the red zone, throws a touchdown. It's kind of funny that I'm following it like a true fan now. But yeah, I've seen some videos, and he's got a great arm. He can sling it.
Eric, now that you've had a chance to digest everything, what sense of satisfaction is there knowing at least you got a chance to play in the playoffs?
There was a lot of things timing-wise that, like, you know, that truly was satisfying, and that was one of them. You know, yeah, my career ended, but I got to spend 9 years up here, and the memories and the friendships and the experiences, you know, were incredible. But yeah, that playoff berth was very sweet, and it would have been very tough, my career ending and not ever making the playoffs up here. And we talked about that prior to the injury and whatnot, you know, getting us over the hump. And you know, I love the culture that McDermott set up here and being in the direction of the organization.
Do you require surgery, or have you, or any further surgeries, or is everything okay within that team?
I haven't had any surgeries yet. Down the road, I'm sure there are likely to be some complications, but we'll see.
Thanks, Eric.
Absolutely. Now, who are you following?